Most welcome to NRC Center, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. I am Dr. Kalina Jha, Associate Professor from the Department of Sociology and Social Work, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar. Today I am going to present on three vital issues, that is sex, gender and health. So, my presentation entitled Understanding Sex and Gender. There is important to understand each and every issues, each and every concept, each and every theories to construct, build up and bind up the various social issues regarding the human life. So, right from 16th century, there was a lot of issue in women's mind, and we cannot club into one issue. So, there is debate on sex and gender. So, sex, that you know, sex refers to biological and physiological as well as anatomical differences between female and male, whereas gender refers to a social product which is constructed. What Simone de Beauvoir has said in his very famous book, The Second Sex, which is published in 1949 in French and later on translated form in English is published in 1953. So, I am going to discuss and elaborate, emphasize these issues regarding gender, sex and health. First, I am going to explain the patriarchy, the social organization, the cultural organization, the structure and gender roles. So, patriarchy, just I am saying that it is so structured, it is so social organization that controls every and each behavior of human being. It is so strong. But what does it mean? It is rule of father. So, male controls family and each and every behavior, whatever it is normative and other behavior. So, I am going to discuss patriarchy as well as gender roles, right from the family socialization. So, what is the basic issues? The personality development, the behavioral aspect and the interactions and interface between human beings that depends upon the socialization process, the output of socialization process. That is why there is socialization and re-socialization. So, at different levels in socialization process, patriarchy controls each and every measures to control the female sexuality, to control the behavior of women behavior and to control everything, because of they are going in a position that is the comfort for male. So, that is why there is male domination. So, family socialization right from birth to death, there is a process. So, right from birth to death, there is socialization. So, there is in the socialization process, so there is gender bias, there is gender discrimination, there is gender inequality. So, what is the gender bias? So, gender bias comes through the cultural output, the customs, the traditions and the exposure towards various issues. So, therefore, the gender bias plays a vital role in the socialization process. What do you think about a woman? What do you think about a man? That is determined by socialization process, and if there will be gender bias, then you can't be gender neutral. So, there is gender discrimination. There is gender discrimination right from birth to death. So when you look at the education of girls, look at the status of housewife, look at the status of working women, look at the status of various types of, various categories of women, you will find everywhere there is gender discrimination. So gender discrimination, because of gender discrimination, there is gender inequality. So we are always talking about gender equality. Equality because of there is gender inequality. So gender inequality plays a vital role in everywhere women's role and all spheres of women's behavior. We are talking about unequal sharing of life opportunity. So opportunity, if there will be no opportunity, there will be no selection, there will be no selection, there will be no freedom. So if we are feeling of a type of freedom, then there will be opportunity to avail without any discrimination, without any bias, without any prejudice thing. So we are going to discuss the gender issues as well as the sex issues and in relation to the health. So there is the question of what is health, and there is different types of health. There is personal health, there is physical health, there is mental health, there is social health, there is spiritual health. So it is very necessary to understand, to conceptualize, to define and to understand very sociologically the concept of health and gender dimension of health. So sociological health is far different from the medical model of health. What medical science is treated towards the health problem, so it is very, very much different from the sociological model to construct, sociological model to conceptualize, sociological model to theorize the health issues. That's why there is the difference between sociological health and a medical health. So it is based upon the sociological health is always based upon the interrelationship, the interface and the social conditioning, the social relationship that we are going to construct, that we are going to establish, that we are going to maintaining the social system, social structure. So each and every sphere of human life is included in sociological conception of health. So that's why there is far a difference between medical health and a sociological health. When the second sex has published, so there was a turning point in academic literature, in women's sphere, and to understand the women's issues very seriously. After that, the ideas, the concept, the struggle and the movement has been organized, and there is emergence of feminism in different waves. So that's why there is the question, Anna Clay and Whedon, Butler, there are so many feminists and in India also, Neera Desai, Devki Jain, Vibhuti Patel, Maitri Chaudhary, Nilka Malhotra, and so many academicians try to understand and conceptualize the various issues regarding women's life, regarding each and sphere of women's life. In 1974, a report has been published by the India government. Then all were become very serious to understand in India also, and going to think what is happening in women's life. So they are lagging, they are far lagging behind its counterparts. So then there is concept emerges, and that we can call it empowerment, the question of empowerment. But before that, there is question of gender equality and quality of life. On the issue of equality, on the term of equality, we can club together the meaning of equality in Western sense and in Indian perspective. There is different meaning of equality between Western world and Indian world, where feminism has developed, and in India, womenhood has been developed. So there is no such women's movement on their rights. So there is so many women's movement, but it was based upon the well-being of human life. They are not struggling against the male. They are struggling. Women were struggling for their identities. They were struggling for their rights. They are struggling for their duties. They are struggling for the appreciation and for their well-being. That's why there is a question of health issues. So when we talk about gender equality, it is very much serious issue to think equality in Indian perspective. And when we go towards the methodological concern, which can you derive from the equality sense. So there in Vedic era, there were equality, but post Vedic era, there is deterioration of women's life. Then there is a question of women's health. So we are emphasizing gender equality and quality of life. Quality life means, so I am not talking about a car, a bungalow, a piece of land can determine the quality of life. Quality of life is directly related to the well-being of human life. If you are happy, if you have emotion, if you have feeling, if you have the characteristics of humanity, and if you are going to service for the sake of human being, so that we can conceptualize as quality of life, and that is the most characteristics of Indian culture, traditions, and its methodology. So gender equality and quality life is very much important, and as far as we are talking about quality of life, there is the question of health issues. So what is the concern about health issues? So we are an independent country, and the position of health between males and females, so it is not at all satisfactory still in 2019. But the present government, there are so many welfare policies, there are so many welfare programs, and they are implementing, and we're definitely at present time women are benefited from the various programs and policies. So women are definitely being benefited from these policies and programs. So their quality of life definitely are being increased in comparison to the last many years of independence. It is very interesting to conceptualize, to define, to analyze, to theorize the gender issues, the sex issues, the health issues. But as far as doing sociology is concerned, it is far difficult to correlate between these, because what is happening, we are more concerned about what is happening in the society. So we must have to think twice. So what is happening in the society? That's why there is issue of quality life. So we are talking about gender equality, we are talking about quality of life, we are talking about gender budgeting. So last many years there was no at all program for budgeting exclusively for women. There was a budget on total population. So after that, now it is developed, and there is a budget exclusively for women. So women are the center, women are the center in this proper budget. We are not even discussing gender budgeting. We are discussing gender audit. If you go through the literature of Bibhuti Patel, you can observe how it is important. Gender budgeting is how important gender audit and gender justice is, how important in the women's life. So we are talking about gender budgeting. It is exclusively for women's development. And when we talk about gender audit, it is necessary to have an audit on the issues, on the various issues, on social issues, on economical issues, on health issues, on empowerment issues even. So we are discussing gender audit, and gender justice is definitely very, very, very much important, because still women feel that there is insecurity in the home and outside the home also. So there is domestic violence, there is crime against women, and there is sexual harassment at workplace also. So government are very much concerned about the rules and regulations for the development of women, for the security of women. But the question is the awareness, the mindset, and the attitude towards women. What is our attitude towards women? When we see a woman, at first sight, we are seeing women as body. So we are not seeing women as human being. So there is the question. When we see women as a human being at first place, so then there is no question of any control of her. So their life, they can decide everything, whatever they like. So nobody have power to control her sexuality, to control her behavior, to control her mind, and to control everything. So it is necessary to have a logical mind, it is necessary to have a rational mind, and it is necessary to have a modernized man in the larger perspective of global concern. When globalization came in India in 1990, so there is liberalization, there is privatization, and because of globalization, when women are being liberated, so there was a line, and girls were controlled by their parents, girls were controlled by their members of the family. But now, so speed in acceleration in telephony sector. What Weising has said, because of globalization, so there is a positive change we can see everywhere. Yes, there is challenges. So we can meet the challenges because there is Indian culture, and there is a tag between the cultures in different parts of India. So it is unbelievable to have so many cultures, so many languages, so many castes, so many races, so many creed, but we are Indians. So we are talking about gender justice. So gender justice is very much important, because it is without gender justice, how can you conceptualize women's life? Women's subjectivity is very much important, that when women's subjectivity is concerned, and the perspective of health, what women think about their own health. So it is yes, I am thinking of her health, but women's subjectivity is more important, what they think about their own health. So what is the perception of health, of their own health? So they are totally lagging behind because of they never feel, they never agree to be an individualist. So in India there is community, in India there is a family, and we have no personal identity, we have identity of community, we have identity of family, and we are believing in community life. So in this way, women's subjectivity is more important what they think about their health. So you can survey, we can go through each and every home and ask women that you are ill or not, what do you feel, what is the status of your body. They don't know. So they sick, but they never told anybody. So that's why it is necessary to have a special policy, it is necessary to have special concern, and it is necessary to have special budget allocation to aware women to think about her own perception of their own health. So just we are discussing welfare policies and programs in regard to women's health. So there are different policies, there are different programs on the question of women's health. So it is necessary to have specific policies, specific problems, and that central government and its different ministry is doing a nice work. So as an academician, we can observe, as an academician, so we are just surveyed and we are in the field, and we know the benefit which is from the policies, which is from the programs, because of there is promptness of implementation. So what is the pitfall between what was the pitfall between policies and programs? So in my point of view, there was a pitfall between policies and program, the question of implementation. So implementation measures were at present time, implementation measure is so strong, because when it is not, I am talking about gender, so I am not talking about only women. So whether it man or women, so each and every individual getting their benefits in their bank accounts. So there is no corruption. So there is no bicholia, as well as there is no Sahukar, Mahajan, or the question of middleman. So they are getting benefited, more and more benefited in the era of globalization. So they are moving. So women are being liberated and they are educating. So each and every girls are going to school. Yes. So there is, in fact, at present time, it is not satisfactory, but something is better than nothing. So women and girls are being benefited. So they are going to their schools, they are going to their colleges, and they are moving for their higher education. So welfare policy should be very strong, and the question of state and civil society, the question of nation and state, the question of state and civil society. So it is now at present time, it is so rhythmic, and it is so summarized that each and everybody is feel that this government is for me. So that's why they are more enthusiastic to know the policies, have to know the programs, and they are struggling if there is any corruption. So we are discussing about welfare policies and programs and women's health. So still there is lacking of infrastructure. So there are maternal mortality rate, there are infant mortality rate, there is a question of malaria, there is question of anemia, and there is question of so many diseases, but slowly, and they are progressing as far as their health is concerned. So when we talk about the gender dimension of health infrastructure, infrastructure is very much important of any development, progress and its growth. So when we have a more strong infrastructure, just roads, electricity and transportation and schools, colleges, health sector, so we can develop speedily. So there is question of health infrastructure should be adequate and nice for the development of women's health. We are talking about awareness or women's body and health. Just we have talked about the awareness among women, awareness among their awareness towards their own body, awareness towards what they are earning, what they are expensing. Her income should not be controlled by the male figure, by the family, by the husband, because it is the characteristics of patriarchy. Still, women are struggling. Still, they are earning. If for example, if they are earning 10,000 rupees per month, but it is controlled by the members of the family. It is controlled by their husband, and it is controlled by the head of the total structure. So I am not talking about the total women. I am talking about they are progressing. They are being more aware to have their earnings of their own. So awareness towards each and every issue, not even health issues, each and every issues of their lives is very much important, because without awareness you can't move anywhere. So in this presentation I have just tried to cover up the issues, the main issues, social issues, health issues, livelihood issues, psychological issues regarding the health, and not even only health. So I have tried to concentrate the gender perspective of health, understanding general. So I have tried at first to conceptualize sex and gender in relation to the women's health. Then just I have tried to explain and elaborate the controlling authority, the social controlling authority, that is patriarchy, and that is governed by the norms, values and normative pattern. So that is the exclusive characteristics of patriarchy. Patriarchy, I have just tried to explain that patriarchy is nothing but the rule of the father, the rule of the head, the rule of the male. That's why there is male domination in society. Just I have tried to cover the gender issues like gender inequality, gender equity, gender auditing, gender budgeting, gender bias, gender discrimination. When you talk about gender issues, so it is necessary to conceptualize those issues regarding the different issues. So we have tried that the concept of health should be understood, should be analyzed, should be explained from the gender perspective, because if you have eliminated from the mainstream, then you cannot concept the health issues without the concept of gender. So dear participants, it is very nice time to interact with you. Thank you very much.